Earlier this year, I made a video all about the history of my salaries that I've been paid throughout my design career, right from when I first started the industry up until my most recent pay rise in November last year. In that video, I talked about the fact that at the company I work at, which is ConvertKit, by the way, in case you didn't know that, we have standardized salaries, which means that for every role that everyone is in within the company, there are 4 or 5 different salary levels that you can be at based on experience and your skills, etc. I really love that we have that because it means that anyone who is at the same skill level doing the same job is going to be paid equally, and it gives me a lot of confidence that I'm being paid fairly. All of our salaries are based on being in the 50th percentile of the market going rates for each role. I'm really excited to be able to share this with you because when I shared my own personal journey, one of my concerns was that my entry-level salary, that first one I had in my career, is just not really relevant for today's going market rates, and I didn't want people to think that that's what they should be asking for. I'm going to share with you the 5 different salary levels that we have for web designers at ConvertKit, as well as what skills and experience you'd be required to have at each level. So let's get into it. At level 1, you're an entry-level web designer, and the salary for this level is $60,000. At this first level, it's probably your first job in the industry out of design school, or perhaps, you've been teaching yourself for about a year and maybe doing some client work, and you're ready to start working at a company now and keeping to build on those skills. You'd be coming in with a really good knowledge of design tools, but be doing a lot of learning on the job about company processes and working within a team and that sort of thing. At this level, you're probably going to be working on lower stakes projects and with a lot of supervision from more experienced designers on the team. And the work you're doing is probably going to be more on the production side than on the deep problem solving side. At level 2, you'd be a junior web designer, and your salary for this level is $78,000. For this role, you've probably got about 2 years of design experience under your belt, but what's more important than the number of years of experience is the type of experience that you've had and the skills you've been building, the type of work you've been doing throughout that time. I'll continue to share the year's expectation for each role though, because I do think it helps to set some context. At a junior level, you'd start working on some more complex projects, still with the more experienced designers, but you'd probably be much less supervised for the smaller, more production type tasks now. So as an example, you might work with a more experienced designer on creating something like a new feature page for the marketing website, but you'd be left to your own devices, unsupervised, to create things like social media imagery or digital design assets. At this level, you've had design experience working within a company, working on lots of projects, and so you have a really good understanding of the design process as a whole, and you're probably starting to pick up a few other skills as well. Perhaps that's HTML and CSS or animation, illustration, I don't know, you're adding into your tool bag. The next level up, level 3, you're a career level web designer, and the salary for this is $95,000. At this level, you are definitely an experienced design professional, and while you're still going to have a manager, you won't be supervised as such throughout the design process. You've probably got at least 5 years of experience working as a design professional at this level, and you're really good at things like attention to detail, thinking about hover states, interactions, animations, all of that sort of thing that comes in as part of your work. You'll probably be solving a more diverse range of problems at this level, and you'll also be expected to take more initiative too. So you absolutely can't be just waiting around to be told what to do. You've got to have the initiative to figure it out for yourself or know who to ask to help solve your problems. So at this level, you start to become much more self-sufficient. At level 4, you're an advanced level web designer, and the salary for this level is $115,000. And this is the level that I'm at right now. At this stage, you definitely become more of a leader. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean a manager of other people, but you will be leading projects, probably giving work assignments out to other designers, leading decision-making for various design directions. There's a lot more coordination involved at this level. But of course, you're still a really great designer, still pushing yourself to learn and get better and better and be producing super polished work. The problems that you'll be tackling at this level also become more complex and wider ranging, I suppose, where you're thinking not just about the pixels you're creating, but you're thinking like further scope as well. So the complete user experience, how the thing you're designing fits into it, thinking about business metrics and the ways that your design will be helping towards that. So you'll be spending time thinking about all of these things instead of working on a lot of the smaller tasks at this level. Really at this level, you're learning a lot about the business as well and how your designs and what you do on a day-to-day basis fits into it. And at this level, you've probably got about 8 years of experience as a designer. Then we have level 5, which is the last level in our salary bands currently. At this level, you are an expert web designer, and the salary for this is $140,000. At this level, you are managing a design team, and you're the one giving supervision to the less experienced designers. You've got about 12 years of experience at this point, and the design work that you'll be doing is much more specialized. The projects will be much more like high stakes and will require a lot more expertise and analysis, as well as a super deep, solid understanding of the business, where in general you're using your design skills to help better the company, to help improve business metrics and objectives, and you'll be responsible for that at this level. So compared to level 4, the advanced level, level 5 involves a lot more responsibility and thus more pressure too. Those are the 5 different salary bands that we have for the web design role at ConvertKit. And as you can see, the jumps between them, not just in terms of the salary number, but also the skills and experience needed for each level, they're quite big jumps. And that means that this isn't a system where you're getting a pay rise every 6 months, you're like moving through, like getting a promotion all the time. It's like something you're going to work at for maybe a few years to work to get your skills to be at the point where you're ready to be moved up to the next level. Like I said, I really like the system because I feel like I'm being paid fairly. I like knowing that I'm being paid 50th percentile, like mid-range salary for my role. I know that I could get paid more if I wanted to go work for one of the fancier tech companies, but I really like the work that I do. I love the company I'm at. I love the lifestyle that I have at this company. So it's all worth it to me. I hope it's been useful for you to see this, to get to see a 2020 snapshot of design salaries at a bunch of different levels that you know are sort of like mid-market range. Maybe it'll help you know what to negotiate for when you're next looking for a job, or I don't know, maybe it'll just show you what the options are and just how far you can push your career as well knowing this. Thanks for watching. Please share this video with any design friends that you have, because I think the more we all talk about money and make this a conversation that happens, the better it is for everyone involved. It'll help our whole industry raise up and help more people to be paid fairly, to be paid what they're worth. So yeah, share away and let's like not make money such a taboo topic anymore. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you hit subscribe as well, because I make new videos talking about design every single week, and I'd love to see you back here for the next one. All right, have a good day. Bye.